Yo, what's up? Today, the men's couch is back, and we're just going to continue our episode from yesterday. We're still talking about social anxiety and the stress of just socializing and meeting new people, and what comes with the stress of meeting new people. Today, me and Daniel are here as the main people on the podcast. We have a returning guest, and we have a new guest. So I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm Micah.
I'm Danny. I'm Danny.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Chloe.
And today we're gonna talk about social anxiety and the stress of meeting new people, and like why do we have social anxiety? Where does it come from? We had some perspectives the last episode, but we still want to elaborate more on that, and I think it's an important topic. And we have our woman guest today. So I feel like, it's always welcome as a perspective. We've had women on the podcast before, and we're always looking for that perspective. So I guess we can start with social anxiety. Like, I don't know how to, like, I don't have like a clear definition of it. I would just say like a basic like consciousness around people or meeting new people, or even like the same people. You're just afraid of like them judging you, or like just being critical of you, of like who you are. So you're afraid to like show yourself. What does everyone think about that?
I think personally, like, anxiety can mean like a lot of things. Like, you have a fear that is inside you, but you're trying to like get past that because you don't want it to be there. And by saying that, like, a lot of people go through anxiety, and I mean, well, what I mean by a lot is a lot. Like, you have no idea like how many people go through it, or how many people deal with it on like an everyday basis, and it can be like a really hard thing to deal with, especially when you want to like try to have fun or do something with your life that is in a positive way.
Well, a lot of people try to hide it, and that's I think like everyone can admit to that.
Yeah. I dealt with that whenever I came here because I'm from a small town, and in that small town, everybody knows everybody. So coming here has kind of been a dramatic change in my social life. So It's just a lot different.
Okay, so is it like how different? Like more city?
Yeah, there's a lot more
More city?
City people that I've met here. And I do a lot of outdoorsy things from being around woods and fields constantly. So I'm very different personality-wise coming here and just meeting new people.
Is it like at first you were like afraid of like fitting in because you were like you were mostly surrounded by a different environment than most of the people at like coming to this college?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was different change, and like just being in a bigger area than my small town.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So.
Yeah.
And on my end, I came from a cyber school, which I think definitely had some positives and negatives. On the positive, you're not influenced by any external factors, so you really don't have anybody to really change who you truly are. But on the other hand, you also have that bit where you don't really know how to act around people. But just being around people in general does help with that.
Yeah, I guess there's like two sides of that. There's like, well, you grow up like in cyber school, but you probably don't like, unless you're cyberbullied, but you probably don't like have the experience of like being like rejected by people in your school. So like on the plus side, that can make you more comfortable, I guess, meeting new people because you're more yourself, you're more used to being yourself. And that could also, like, I guess like not being like used to that socializing can like maybe create some barriers. But I think like I feel like you're just like I wouldn't have known that you were like in cyber school because I don't know, you just seem normal. So yeah. Yeah, I think so another thing that I feel like has a lot to do with like self-consciousness and social anxiety is like our rejection experiences, like whether it be like bullying or being like rejected like from your environment or community. So I think um I know Daniel has shared some like experiences about that, and I know I've like experienced that. But have you experienced it? Are you, or if you're comfortable talking about that?
I really haven't because
Mhm.
I have been like a people person.
Okay.
So I'm generally okay with that, and I don't like I handle rejection well.
Okay.
So I'm not pressed about anything.
Yeah.
That if people don't like me, they don't like me. I don't care.
Period. Period.
So I
Period.
just kind of deal with it as things come. But generally, I am a very people forward person. So
So would you say it's like kind of like your personality is to be a
yeah.
people person? Okay.
Yes.
So, like, you're not going to believe me when I say this, but as much as, like, I like people and how outgoing I actually am, like, I actually am afraid of rejection. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if I actually, like, do go up to someone, they'd say, like, hey, you're not welcome here, or we didn't really invite you to this. Like, at the same time, like, I'm still not afraid to do that, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I am. So, I think this is what's that?
Oh, go ahead.
And like going back to what I was saying, like I deep down inside, like I know how to make friends really easily, like, and I do that. But there's some people who like judge you and say like, "Hey, you can't be around us," or "I'm sorry, but we're not inviting you to this."
So you're afraid of that?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Well, due to the fact that like it's happened to me like in elementary, middle school a lot.
Oh yeah.
Not so much in high school, but I
But it's,
feel like
more
here, like,
middle school.
yeah, people
Yeah.
are not rejecting me here. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't experienced it yet.
It's like kind of like hard to, like when you've been like, I feel like when you've been like rejected your whole life, it's kind of hard to like get used to being accepted by people, and it feels weird being accepted by people because you're like, do I trust that they are accepting me? Because I'm so used to being rejected in the past, like like this acceptance, like you feel like it's not fake, but you kind of like doubt it though.
Right. I mean, I was included in elementary. It was mostly middle school, like
Okay.
a lot of the time.
Middle school. Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't like middle school.
It's like the
Um,
worst time of my life. I was suicidal by 8th grade, by the way.
Okay.
Should have not said that, but
Oh no, that's fine. So, and then I guess we can move since we're talking about like meeting new people and making friends. I think I kind of want to touch on like also like maybe your like friendship like styles. Like, what is your style of friendship? In psychology, they call it like attachment styles. I don't know if you've heard the term, but in psychology, it's called like attachment styles. So I'll just say like, what are like your friendship styles? Like, how do you like go about making friends? Like, what is your like style of like doing that? I kind of got like I kind of got what you did the other podcast. I kind of like understood, but like what's like everyone's like different like ones.
I just showed up one day.
You just showed up one day.
Yeah, effectively.
Okay.
I
You
just showed up. I just
one
kept
day.
showing up, kept hanging around the same people, and I got adopted into the friend group.
Okay.
Mhm.
I try to find people that match my personality because that's how I've always been. If
Okay.
I don't like your personality, then I don't want to be around you.
Oh,
Really? You don't want to be
Wow.
around me?
No. I
Oh,
like you guys. You guys
okay.
are cool.
Okay.
I just
Heard.
there's some people that like if I didn't match their personality, then I wouldn't be around them. But most of my friends here, I like to be around and love to be around them. So
Yeah.
Most,
Mhm.
not all.
what?
I said most.
Okay.
So I think
I like to be around a lot of them.
so everyone I feel like everyone has a different like style of like doing like friendship. Like I just got a gift from you today, and I feel like some people is like friendship language is like gifts or like how they show up. It's like they maybe it's like time. together. Like some people need that time together. Some people might be more like avoidant, and they kind of are just like, I only want to see you like every couple of months. Me, I think I'm like if I don't see you, I probably won't like I'll try to make the effort to reach out, but sometimes it's like out of sight, out of mind for me because of like my because it's just me and just being an introvert. But I think it's more of like like sometimes I have to like make more of like an effort to reach out if I want to like the friendship to keep going, or I'll just like I won't like I won't intentionally forget about you, but I will like I don't know, I'll just be distracted with something else. But everyone's like friendship like style is different. What's your friendship style?
So in like regards to friends, I try to find people like who have the same interests as me, or as Chloe said, like my same personality. And I like try to find people who are like nice and who actually are willing to hang out with me or a strong desire to. And most of all, it's like I need people who I can rely on and trust on.
Oh, and a lot of times I'll also like wait a lot before like giving someone like my phone number or just like asking them to hang out. I'll like wait after for me it's a long time. Like it takes me a long time to like get used to someone, like after a lot of like maybe like time with them, or like I will see them as like an acquaintance, and then like after a lot of time with them it will just be like do you it's like it's hard for me to do this. It's hard for me to initiate like friendships, and just like it's hard for me to do that. So I'll just be like, hey, do you want to do this? Like it was like just like even with the men's couch, it was like super hard for me to even start that, because it's like I just wanted like everyone to be on the same page. But I think like there can be like a lot of doubt when meeting like someone new. Like you doubt if they would like you. Do you ever experience doubt?
I have, but that is more like a high school thing. Because I have dealt with people that I just didn't care for personality wise, but I still was friends with them, like kind of friends with them, but I wasn't like, they were kind of my friends, but I wasn't really like fully friends with them. It was just like
because you went to the same school,
or like we were in like the same like friend group, or like clique, like with like sports or stuff like that. So.
Okay.
I just like being there.
Okay.
They need anything. Because
Okay.
usually I'm not the one to reach out to people. People are the ones to reach out for me. Like
Yeah.
I'm a commuter. I have a car on campus. If people need a ride somewhere, I'm
Yeah.
always down to help them out with that.
So that's your way of like showing, I guess, commitment, or that's your style. Whereas like if someone else, they're probably like or more of like, can I treat you out to like something that like everyone's different in like their styles. So I don't like saying that there's like one way to do friendship. I feel like there's like so many different ways that everyone like does it, and I think it's like I think that's the way to be like more creative about it, about friendship. So I hear a phone buzzing. So yeah, I would say like what's maybe like an obstacle of like meeting new people? Is there like, does anyone have obstacles of meeting new people?
So usually like the first step in like meeting new people is go up and like greet yourself, like say, hey, my name is Danny, what's your name? And they would say like, hey, my name is so and so, and then like we start greeting each other. And then I feel like the next step you should ask is like basic questions about them.
Okay.
Saying like,
I don't know. I don't even. I like a lot for like college. It's just always like, what's your major, and I'm trying to like go like beyond like your major, kind of like what's like kind of delve into like your interests. But I feel like that's a very like black and white way to do a friendship. I feel like it's just there's so many different ways to do it. Like I think a couple of days ago, I think it was either yesterday or what, I don't even know what day it is. I think it was either yesterday or Tuesday.
Wednesday was yesterday.
Yeah, Wednesday was yesterday. So I think I like commented on someone's hair, and I was like, "Hey, I like your hair." And then I'm not gonna say the person's name, but that's like kind of how like I met them. So I think that's like kind of maybe like complimenting someone that could like open that door, maybe.
That could be like a new sign of friendship, but I always saw like the old style, like go up and greet them and then like ask basic questions about them and then build a friendship from there, like whatever their perspective is. Well, it depends on the person.
I have always been more on the introverted side, so
Okay.
I don't like to go up to people and talk to people unless if they are talking to me. So most
Hey,
of the
what's your name?
but most of the time I am receptive of like meeting new people. It just takes me a minute to like trust them and like feel like I can be friends with them.
So sort of like understand their character. So before you just like some people, I feel like some people are able to like go up to someone and meet them without knowing them. But for me, like the guy that I like commented like his hair, the guy that commented about his hair, I saw him like constantly like during breakfast. I didn't say anything to him. I just like saw him like repetitively. So I feel like if you like repeat, like if you see someone like over and over again, then that kind of creates that like opportunity to like go and like talk to him like at the gazebo. At the gazebo, you kind of just
How
like,
I showed up.
we keep like seeing the same person, and then we'll eventually talk to them because they're just the regulars.
Are you an introvert, Micah?
Yes, I'm an extreme introvert.
Same here.
Even though that can be like surprising to a lot of people. People are like, well, you just seem like you know a lot of people. And I think like part of like, I think introverts can be friendly, but we get super socially drained after being friendly. So that's why I go to bed at 6 or 7 p.m. because I just don't want to deal with people for the rest of the day. And sometimes I brush my teeth in my room because I don't want to deal with like even like a hi. I'm just like drained. So I think like personality is like so interesting to me, like personality theory, which you probably learned in your psychology class. About the Myers-Briggs. It's like super interesting, which I'm kind of like a nerd about that. But like are you like an introvert or extrovert? And I think like we can have traits of like one or the other, but I think a lot of us can like agree that we fall more on the introvert side, and like some are more extroverted.
I know, like Micah, you see me like talking to people and being very outgoing, but you'd be shocked to actually say I'm like one of the biggest introverts you can probably ever meet. Like I like when people talk to me first before I speak right back to them. Like once people do that, I can speak for like a really long time.
Okay.
I think I'm somewhere in between. Like on the one hand, I
ambivert?
like being I like my alone time. I like being alone just to where I can sit and do whatever I want without having anybody else around. But I also like being around people.
Okay.
As well.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I relate more to it being ambivert because I have grown out of being like I used to be super introverted. Like I wouldn't talk to anybody.
Okay.
And then my one friend in like elementary school, she was very extroverted.
She adopted you.
Yes. And then we kind of switched roles, and then in high school she became more introverted, and I like didn't talk to her as much in high school. As we kind of fell off during like middle school, and she found new friends and I found new friends. So, but yeah.
So I have to say, like, I am an introvert. Like, My freshman year of high school, I was so introverted. I would not speak one word all year. And not actually like talking to people and speaking to people. I'm still a little bit of an introvert. Like,
Okay.
at the end of the day, I do like want my alone time and just want to be by myself.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason it contributes.
Yeah, I think another thing is I feel like introversion, like in our society, is kind of like looked down upon. It's like, oh, the guy's quiet. What's wrong with them? They're just kind of just quiet. But I've kind of learned to like accept my gifts because I'm more of like a writer. I write like a lot of stuff. Because I feel like writing helps me. I can like sit down and think about it, and then like write. I write a lot. So yeah. This concludes another episode of The Men's Couch. I want to apologize because a lot of the audio was lost, but still made a good episode. So enjoy. Enjoy the rest of the show.